Oh, you know it's off the chain.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you to our sponsors of Off the Change. Welcome back from the sponsor break. So reminder, everybody can email us at any time for topics, questions. As a matter of fact, I love everybody to email us with the answer to our question we always ask about the dinner. So what 3 friends, dead or alive, would you have over to dinner, and what would you serve? So we would love answers to that. So that's offthechange@gmail.com. That's OFFDACHANGE. Off the change at gmail.com. IG page Off the Change, Twitter Off the Change Pod 1, and on YouTube, of course, Off the Change. OFFDACHANGE. Find us, like us, subscribe us, share it with your friends, share it with your mama, everybody, grandmama, every and anybody. All right. So we are back, and we're talking about Valentine's Day and Love Month. We're talking about couples, talking about singles, and Black History Month. So we want to weave in a couple other things here. Now it's time to talk about being single. So we talked to the couples. Time to talk about being single. And unfortunately, I am the only one on Off the Change team that is single. Wah, wah, wah. But anyway, I got my violin. And by the way, it's Chinese New Year. So I gotta give a shout out to my Asian Persuasion co-host. This age, and look at her. Look what she got on. See that?
Nice.
Show up to them. Bam. But they ain't really looking at the shirt. You dig?
You dig?
All right, so look.
She give a shake.
I'm showing all that. We just got about 5,000 more subscribers. Keep it showing. Keep it coming. All right, so Valentine's Day, not just for couples. There are 35 million single people in the U.S. Did you know that? 35 million and counting. 35 million people single in the U.S. These are people that are over the age 18 and over. So anyway,
you have to start asking yourself why there's so many singles out there.
Well, I mean, we could talk about numbers. Women far outnumber us. We have more choices, and that's bad for you guys because we are not as smart. We're not as educated. It's proven, statistics show and so forth. So you guys actually have to date now when you date us. You know that? Most of the time.
Just the time?
Yeah, most of the time in the stats, they have to date down. Like it's us choosing somebody that makes more. Now even they said by next year, so there's this big gap in the ceiling of wages, how much women make versus men and so forth. That's closing quickly. And so it'll be soon that you guys will just be dating gas station attendants at 7-Eleven, even if you got a PhD. So a good thing you married. That's what I'm saying. You and CharRon, good thing you got one, because a good thing you married. I have to figure that out. Anyway, so tell us this. Let's answer these questions together. So, what have you learned from past relationships that you will carry into the next one? So, CharRon, you're about to get married, and you are married, Kristy. And so, and then I'll answer. What have you learned in past relationships that make you better in this one? And Kristy, you too, when you were single.
Well, I would say, self-reflection, being able to compromise, being respectful, and just being aware. I think being aware, because sometimes you're so into yourself or whatever's going on in just your own life and not thinking about your partner. So really just being like courteous in that mindset, and then that kind of leads into being respectful. That kind of leads into your own self-reflection, because if you didn't look at the things that you did before in past relationships, because we know we're not all perfect, right? So when you look at that, it's hard to look yourself in the mirror and say, there's things I have to work on.
Yeah. From every experience, you learn or grow.
Right.
You have to learn or grow.
To make growth changes, to make our relationship work and grow together instead of growing apart. So that's some of the things I learned.
That's good. I'm kind of sad you went first because ours won't be as good as that. But CharRon, go ahead. CharRon, what did you learn, man? That's gonna be good in this one. What did you learn?
What I learned is be acceptable to your own decisions. So if you basically want to get out of a relationship, don't regret it. Don't come back and go, well, I wish I was with so-and-so, but I did this wrong and blah, blah, blah. Just go ahead.
So accept accountability for whatever decisions you make.
Accept consequences, because it's going to come back and it's going to it's not gonna bite you. It's just gonna make you just reflect on something. It's like, why did I get with you when I could have got with a girl?
So you're saying clean slate. You gotta have a clean slate.
Oh, you gotta have a clean slate when you
something.
walk in, because you can't. You walk in with baggage, then you basically are gonna. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna walk in with baggage, and it's not gonna help this relationship or anything. Second thing I learned is be ready for things that you're not used to, like holidays, or even if they have kids, be ready for when their kid act up and you're just standing there trying to figure out how to discipline these kids.
That's choices too, because you got to be like, if you make your choice, do I date somebody with or without kids, or can I date somebody who does not share the same faith as me, and so forth? Be ready for those consequences, basically. You gotta be ready for
everything that comes out of it, and then just understand the investment of it, because you are invested into somebody else's life. So be ready if some argument comes with it, and it's like, well, you got a car, I got this, and I only got this bucket, and blah blah blah. It's like, well, be glad you got something,
Work hard.
Because when it's gone, it's like, gotta build back slowly up again. Come on.
Right. I hear you.
It's funny, when I put this question down, I was hoping everybody else would have to answer it, so we'd have a bunch of singles on here, but since it's just us, we got to answer it. So it opens me up to some susceptibility. And I'll tell you this why. I fell into a lot of toxic men traits, being a single guy, and being a single guy who came from inner city and raised. I was adopted out, but my parents are much older than me, so my dad wasn't like with the times. He was a great provider and things of that nature, but I didn't really know how to be in a relationship. I learned it as I went, and so now as I get older, I realize I was playing into a lot of toxic things. For instance, nobody was enough, because I was always looking at the next one. And because when we came up, we would talk quantity over quality. I can still remember the first game we played coming up. You played that the OGs teach you is how many numbers can you get at the mall? Not can you get the best girls or the prettiest girls number, but how many? And I remember in middle school, we were talking and sitting around, and an older cat asked one of our friends, my friends, how many of y'all got girlfriends? And the guy said, I got a girlfriend. And the guy said, how many? He said, man, I just got one. He said, you'll never have just one girlfriend. And we respected these guys. So I'm thinking, oh, this knowledge, he's dropping. So that became toxic mindset. You're always looking for the next one. So nobody was ever enough. So now that I know, man, coming forward, how wrong that is and what that was. So I learned that definitely. And then also communication. We can always say communication, but it's real communication. Like really, my mom told me the best advice she gave me. She was like, never lie to a woman, because you take away her choices. When you take away her choices, that's when you have a problem. Even if it's something crazy, if you like, look, I'm cheating, blah, 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 let her make the decision and let you cheat or stay with you or whatever, but don't lie, because then you take away her choice, and that's when you get hurt or killed. But so somebody might surprise you when you're honest. So I learned that. So definitely communication, being totally and completely honest, and getting away with from this toxic mindset. So that's definitely what I take in the next relationship. And letting that person know they're enough. And like you said, CharRon, don't hold on to no baggage. No, oh man, I wish I could have, should have, would have. And being honest about who you want. Like now, I know I can't date anybody with young children. I don't want. It might be some great women out there, and I've met some great women who have young. I just can't do it though. I know that's me. I can't do the young children thing. My children are grown, can't do it. So it's something I gotta. I know I gotta just live with. But I'm tell you this funny story. For Valentine's Day, what I got this year, a young lady who was interested in me, and I said, you know what, you have young children, I can't date you. Never went on a date with her or anything. She sent me this. You can't can you see that?
Got your own thing.
It's go fuck yourself candle.
God damn.
She sent me
she told you how she felt about you.
Damn.
That's crazy, right? I said, wow. So anyway.
But she went out her way to send you that. I mean, you hurt her feelings.
That's from being honest.
Right.
Wow.
She wasted money to send you that though. So I wouldn't have done that. I'd been like, no, I would have sent you a text message.
Right. I said, damn, okay.
Wow.
And I heard her about said, thank you very much for the candle.
That's what I was gonna say. Did you thank her?
I hope you die. What's even funnier? Let me tell you what's even funnier. the candle. I'm allergic. Everybody knows I'm allergic to coconut. That knows me. I'm
Oh,
EpiPen allergic
no.
to coconut. The candle is coconut.
I knew it. God damn.
Wow, wow.
Hey,
She
I
said
can't make this stuff
that
up.
means she meant it all. She meant
I
it
can't
all.
I can't make this stuff up. That's
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
Hey, so
That's funny.
that brings me to this. So, would either of you, any of you, have you ever done it? Would you consider like alternative lifestyles and say polygamy, swinging, anything of that nature?
Absolutely.
I've done it.
You would. You
No, I'm the wife over here offering my husband a second wife, a maid, nanny, whatever. You know,
wow. And why? Okay, interesting. Tell me more.
because I'm busy.
That too.
Well,
is it
no.
that
So
you are so confident you know that you're gonna be main
I
part
know
anyway?
I know what I bring to the table. So that's
Okay.
I'm you know it's that doesn't pose a threat for me.
Okay.
So it doesn't bother me in that sense. So we were talking about splitting chores, and here's the thing: everybody know I don't do chores. I just don't do it. And I make that upfront. Like I do it once a year for the Chinese New Year weekend because it's supposed to bring luck and wealth and all that stuff because you clean your house and fresh slate for the new year going
Yeah.
forward. It's the only time I do it. So he's like, oh man, it should be like every year, like every day, like Chinese
Yeah.
New Year should be every
Every
day.
week.
So you just be, like I'm a slave or something. And so he was like, it'd be nice if you like hooked out every now and then. I'm like, okay, like why can't we just get a maid or a nanny, or like why don't you just get a second wife? Like she can suck
Wow.
a dick, like it's cool.
That's, ladies and gentlemen, right here, we breaking the ground on Off the Chain podcast. Breaking news, breaking news. I
And
love
my
it.
husband thinks I'm completely crazy off the change.
Basically.
Yeah,
So,
that's off the change moment right there. That's
yeah,
if I
I'm
never
not
heard of it.
normal. I know that, but he knew what he married, so it wasn't I always say, hey, we're married, we're not blind. So we be out sometimes and we be staring at the same chick. I'm like, I know you looking at her because she badass. Like I'm looking at her too. Like
See, I like women like you. I do like that. I can appreciate that because I think it's silly for people to be like, you ain't got no eyes. No, man, we
Right.
all got eyes. We all look visually. We're all visual people.
It's
And
a natural thing to do.
Yeah.
It's a natural thing to do. You're human, and there is nothing wrong with that. If you're not being disrespectful about it,
Right.
there's
That's
nothing wrong
the
with it.
thing. Disrespectful. I call it the 3-second rule. Don't look longer than 3 seconds. 3
That's
seconds.
the second rule.
You can look at 3 seconds. You can everybody look at 3 seconds.
Hey,
After that.
hey, but you can drop your food for like 5 or 10 seconds, but you can't look for more than 3.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, the drop your food, bro, it's still 3 for me. Everything in 3 for me. Everything in 3. CharRon, what about you?
I like it.
Polygamy, swinging, the alternative lifestyle, would you consider it? Have you done it? Would you?
Basically, I went to the meetings. They actually have meetings.
I'm sorry. Did you say meet?
You went to the
They
meetings.
have meetings. I was in meetings.
Can I come to a meeting?
Yeah, they got me. They're professional.
I don't know if they still have them now because of the whole COVID thing, but yeah, they have meetings. I've been to 3 of the meetings.
Wow.
And looked in, and even some of the parties and stuff, because basically Auntie Vice is she does kink. She's basically an educator, so she already knows all the things and stuff.
Right.
She's also looked into it. So, and yeah, just like you said, 3 seconds. It's funny when you say 3 seconds. I look and I get 3 seconds, but then she looks and goes, "She looks nice, don't she? Got the nice breasts right there." I'm like, I don't know how to count this.
Yeah. You don't know if this is set up.
No, it's not set up because she's a lesbian. She's also a lesbian too, so she's both. So it's like just makes it like.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
See,
look
you know
at
what?
that.
Both of y'all have the best of both worlds.
I got a
this is killing me.
I got a pansexual.
Both of y'all had the best of both worlds. I knew I picked y'all and Off the Change for a reason. This is crazy.
Man.
So
we're gonna bring it. We're gonna bring it today.
Let me tell you this: as a single guy, I have been approached by couples.
Okay.
Right? And especially being a comedian. No, in other cities and stuff, and we go to other cities, comedians we're approached a lot. Hey, why don't you take my wife? Why don't you take so and so?
Take my wife.
Yeah. No, dude, I'm good. So I think it's like one of the things where I say I would do it. I'm talking a lot of cash, like hell yeah, and then it's come up out and be like, no, I'm good, player. I'm gonna go back over here and read my Bible. But I love that people do it. I love that people do it, and I love that I wouldn't mind if I've dated somebody who was also had been into women before and can say that doesn't bother me at all. I think it's it's cool that we can talk about it and look at it. But that's interesting. Wow. Okay. All right. So what's the largest age gap, a difference up and down you think you would consider if you were single or or is right for someone to consider? Not R. Kelly thing, but somebody in what is the age gaps. I'll tell you. So mine would be I date younger because I look younger. So I have dated as much as 16 years behind me. I would not date. It's funny though. Things are. I'm not attracted to women my age or older at all. I date not looks. Just some beautiful women. But we don't. They don't share my same energy. I think because I think I'm Peter Pan. I think I'm like 26, mine and something. So they don't. We don't have the same energy. So I can't date up. But I would date my age, and probably maybe 3 years ahead. But I definitely. But 16 years is the max I've dated below. But optimally would be 5 to 8. 5 to 8. What about you, Kristy?
I would say mine would be 5. To be
5
honest,
up or down? Up or down?
5 up, down. I mean, I would say I go 5 down.
Okay.
Because I mean, now that I'm at the older age, they always say men are a little bit behind us when it comes to maturity. Now, I mean, I'm not that mature myself, so I'm young at heart. I like to say I'm young at heart, and I'm playful, I'm funny, and I love music. So the thing is, like, if we're outside the genres of music, that's gonna bother me because I'm over here. If I'm spitting lyrics, if you don't know them, we can't have fun. You know what I mean? Like we can't like.
You spitting Brother Lynch or Ice Cube, and they don't know it.
Right.
LL?
Right, because if I'm over here like I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one, and then he don't know it, then it's like, oh, you don't know that one?
Yeah, I get it. That's funny. That is a definite divide. Music can cause that, like, because if somebody, that's what happened when I date young girls. They be like, I don't know him. I don't know Keith Sweat. Trey Songz is our Keith Sweat. No, Trey Songz ain't Keith Sweat. So we have to
It's not. There's not. No, it's different. Like I said, it is different for me. So I would say 5 up, 5 down, and then that way at least we got a little bit of common ground.
Yeah.
To work with there because you got to have similar interests.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like you have to. I'm a challenging person to be with because I require a lot of space. I require a lot of privacy. I just require a lot of me.
Yeah.
So,
wow. So some me time. You basically want a relationship with them on the side. That's what you want. A relationship with yourself with him on the side.
Yeah.
So you got a marriage with him on the side.
Yeah, like I'm the prime rib. You can be the steak. Like it's okay.
Yeah.
And I respect that for my significant other. So like with my husband, I respect his space. I respect his privacy. So and I'm not a nosy person. I'm not a
What's your sign again?
I'm a Cancer.
Oh yeah, that's why. That's why.
See, I don't know why people say that because I don't.
Cancer really don't even like people. They y'all don't really like.
But here's the thing: I love people. I love people.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about in a relationship. Your love language is definitely not quality time, physical touch. Your love language is something else. Is the gifts, the space. You like that. Cancers are like that. Y'all aloof. Like me, Leo, I got to be up under you. But Leos are like this. I got to be up under you when I want to, but when I don't want to, I'm out. Don't.
I'm out.
Let's move. Stop playing. Quit playing. CharRon, what about you, man? Up or down? Age difference?
I will say now my age difference is 6 up and down.
6 up and down. Okay.
The reason why I say 6 is because I've done 7. I've done 10 years. I did 7 years younger. That's why I got my baby's mama, and that was a weird feeling. I'm 25. She's freaking 18. It's like crap. And then I've also done older, and it feels weird when your mom finds out you're dating an older woman, and she finds out that old woman is about 2 years younger than her, and you're like.
Right. That's a weird situation.
Talking about Barbara and I go to the same hairdresser. We go to the same nail salon.
Who are you messing with? Like, I don't know, Mom. I don't know. So yeah, and plus it makes it much easier to deal with when, like you said, music. Because if I'm saying a Keith Sweat song or something, she's singing New Kid on the Block. It's gonna be kind of like, oh, you into that? Okay.
Right.
Exactly. K-pop. You'd be like, what?
Right. I can't get into that. I'm like, they wear makeup? No. Like, I can't get it.
So it does make more sense when you basically are talking to someone not too young that they can know when you say something like, no, that's not like modems. Like, it's like, what's a modem? It's like, okay, we're gonna here.
Right. Right.
Right.
Yeah. And don't say VHS. And they're like, what?
Right. And don't even say cassette player because they don't. I said, remember when you had to hit the play and the record at the same time?
They don't know nothing about that.
And you had to get it right when you heard a song on the radio you wanted to record back in the day. They don't know nothing about
They don't know
that.
nothing about that. Nothing about the party lines,
Nothing
call
about
waiting,
that.
star 6-7. Come on, man. They don't
Right,
know nothing
star
about
6-7.
that.
Oh yeah, don't call nobody back.
Yeah, don't call nobody back.
They're calling me now. Like, yo, you don't know Miss Cleo? What's wrong with you?
Or like when caller ID dropped. Ooh.
Oh, you can say right. That was crazy.
Man.
I didn't call you 5 times.
And when pages came with text, remember pages started with text.
Oh yeah, with the little messages.
I found out that's how
that's
how women identify. You say, "Here's your code. Call this when you call me. Put this code in." I didn't know
put the code in. Yeah.
I had a code right like 3 days later. Yeah. It's like my code was 1235. I was like, "Oh, you knew I was calling." Yeah, I thought it was you. Oh,
hilarious.
Right. Isn't that funny?
They don't know about that. We did last with that. So okay. Yeah. So now that both of you, I want to answer this because you both are in relationships now. If you had to do all over again, what would be your ideal first date? Ideal first date.
Ooh. Okay.
I need some suggestions for my first date. I'm gonna tell you what mine would be, but y'all the experience.
Ideal first date.
Yeah.
So I would say, so I'm gonna tell you our first date, and then what because we were young. We were young. So and when you're young, you're limited to what you can.
Right, I get it.
Go, right?
That's what I'm saying now. If you can do it all over again, present day.
So we were young, and we met at a bowling alley, so I didn't really know him.
Oh, nice.
And so first date, he brought his best friend, and I brought my friend at the time. So it wasn't a double date because it wasn't the standard wasn't, oh, you bring a friend for my friend. It wasn't like that. It was like, I'm gonna bring a friend because I didn't want to be alone. I don't know you like that. Even though I was 16, I was smart enough to know like I'm not going out with you by myself. So wait.
Time out. You was 16 on your first. So you've been dating this cat since high school?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead. Push play.
So he picked me up. So first of all, I didn't even know he had a car. So because when I met him, he was 18. So we're 2 years apart. So he was 18 and I was 16. And so he picked me up and I didn't know he had a car because when I met him, he was rolling with his friends. So I just assumed he didn't have a car.
Right.
I didn't have a car, obviously, at that time yet. So then he picked me up and then with his friend, and then we went to go pick up my friend. And then we went to Thursday Night Market. Remember Thursday Night Market?
Thursday Night Market in Sacramento, everybody. Thursday Night Market was
downtown,
racking. Okay.
So
and all you do is walk past people and look all like up and down this market,
right.
This street.
Yeah. And there was outdoor like street vendors and craft vendors and there's performances. There's stuff going on.
There's stuff going on.
But it was really like eye candy market.
Yes,
so we did that. And then we stopped in the Taco Bell because I was hungry. And then we went to the state fair.
Okay. Oh wow! All in the same day?
All in the same day.
Okay.
We spent all day together, all day, all night together.
California State Fair. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the state fair has always been sentimental for us, because of that. And that's when we first held hands and all that stuff. So so that was our first date. Now, if I were to do a first date now and today where I am now, it would be a walk in Old Sacramento. Like just take a walk along the river, and talk, and then grab a bite to eat because I love to eat. So food has to be incorporated somehow. Yeah. To that date. So
now it's more about
a lot of talking.
It's more intimacy rather than activities back then.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
That's
now I'm an older woman. I'm more experienced. It'd be different. And then, and then if we can work sex into it, if I'm really feeling you, that's great too. But if that doesn't pop up on the first date, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But I want to find out early because I don't want to be like, half
waste no time on the 4 inches or 3 inches.
And then like you don't have no techniques, then I might,
no stroke. Or you got to check the size too. Yeah, I know that when my women friends tell me all the time, we checking the size. Okay, CharRon, go ahead. Huh?
Checking the penis size?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like checking the size. Like, are we talking about the strokes? Or
no, they check the size. Before that, they were making sure it's worth even getting in bed to get stroked.
Right. Yeah.
That's a lot. That's where dancing comes into play.
See.
You gotta come play dancing.
They don't slow dance no more. Remember you used to slow dance? It was 3 of them in a row. You waited in that 3 slow songs. You come on, dance.
He comes over, do the little Trump move on you. You're just like, nah,
Yeah.
we good.
I'm
Like
good.
you probably not the one. No.
Not the one.
It's like, nah.
All right, CharRon, what's your ideal first date, man? Now, after you do it all over again.
Ooh, so nowadays it's go for a walk and also go to a nice restaurant because, well, nowadays you have to have something to talk about. You know, you need some time to talk with the person. You really get to mingle with them and stuff, and then also have a good restaurant because you want to see how they eat or what they order because you got to know this is gonna be one of those. You know, I'm not saying she has to like salad, you know, but she go around like I want the main item on the bed, the soup of the day, this and that. You're like, damn. I had a girl do that to me over in SAC. Went to the Soul's Kitchen, and she busted out like freaking $40.
Ordering everything on the menu. Yeah.
$40 worth of food. I'm like,
hey, you heard about women dating just to eat meals. I know some people like that. I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Like you can't feed yourself?
I was like, I had to look at her, but it's like things like bill came $50. I was thinking like, yo, you get a little thing, I get something.
Yeah.
Spend $20, $30, and then I'm good. You spending $50. I'm looking at her like, should I leave? Should I leave?
You over there checking your
account?
If you're young, you checking your account. Let me see. That could.
I was like, I'm good. I didn't call her back, but it was just like, really?
That's important. That's good. That's a good one. So my ideal now, like you said, Kristy, and both of y'all, like then it was activities. It was like the most we could do in a night. I'm like, I want to show you just all this, but then I didn't even know her. I realized I didn't even know her after that. I didn't find out anything. So like it would definitely be somewhere intimate, maybe the park, or now I'm thinking these like there's this organization who does, a friend of mine, shouts out, she does picnics. She sets up the picnic for you.
Oh, yes, that would be sweet.
And it has a theme picnic and so forth. And then they come and set it up, break it down, everything. And then you just talking, doing your thing. I would do something like that because then that would encompass the food. I get to control the costs, like you said, CharRon. Right. And then it's us talking. It's just she and I. And then it would go further from there. Then I'd have to see first, like you said, what type of person I'm dealing with. If we just dating for meals. If she's, really just I'm one of many or whatever the case may be, but it would have to be something like that now. But that's good. That's good.
Also, watch out for the wine, how much wine you drink too.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, and how she reacts after that wine, or he reacts after that.
Yeah, how they react after that wine.
That could be an embarrassing date for you.
See that drunk females cannot. I can't do it.
Oh, especially if they are crying.
You gotta be able to hold your liquor. And,
I tell my friends, I'm like, don't be a crier because I'd be the first one to walk away from you.
Hey, crying, happy, angry in the same sentence. That's what kills me. I hate you, love you, hate you. I'm dating the Joker. This is what I'm dating right now, the Joker. All right.
Okay, Steph, you ready? I'm gonna ask you some questions. How about that?
Okay.
Since CharRon and I have been answering all these couple questions, we're gonna knock at you with some single questions. All right. So are you single by choice, or
I'm single. That's a good question. We're gonna go with yes for 500, Alex.
Okay. All right.
To Alex, yeah. Go ahead.
You're not going to elaborate on that?
Well, So everybody knows. So I'm sorry.
Really? Look at that. Single, ready to mingle.
So yeah, I'm single by choice, but because I'm single by choice, but I want a relationship. But I'm something else. I'm working. I had to work on me after I went through a marriage, very short marriage, and then a very toxic time, and I had to correct me. So I corrected me. I took 2 years to correct me, right, and to work on me. So yeah, now I'm ready, but it has to be the right situation and so forth. Yeah, because now I'm at the age I only got 1 or 2 left. We have 1
or 2 good ones left.
because if I waste. you know, 5 years with somebody, I'm like, damn, you know, wait a minute, I gotta get somebody now. And I don't want to be that age, so I'm not gonna look this good and young forever. I don't want to be where it's just like I become somebody and she becomes somebody just best option, next best option. You'd be like, well, we both single. We look at each other and we might as well be together. I don't want to do that either. And we in rocking chairs on the patio, on the porch. I want to be able to be alone. I want to be something active. We just together holding pinkies. I want to do something active, you know, right now. So.
Right. No, I respect the honesty because that's important. And then the working on you part, because that's you recognizing something in yourself. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. Now, would you consider yourself a good catch now that you've been working on yourself?
Yeah.
I don't know who would say no on video, but okay.
Yeah, I'm a good catch. What you mean? Shoot. I think on paper, that's what the problem has been. On paper, I'm a great catch. Then in it, I was like, oh, I'm such a Leo. I was not a good compromiser. I wanted things my way. I was not good at I was not good at that. So yeah.
Okay. Now, same question back to you. Would you do polygamy or swingers, that type of relationship in your next relationship?
Not now.
Would you consider? Not now. Okay.
Not at this age. At this age, I can't. You know, I can't. I can barely. We can go. And look, I take a lot of vitamins. I do my thing, but we ain't about to do it. Everybody now. We got to. With some decisions we got to make, player.
Those one-on-one. It's just like
some decisions we got to make. Now, you know, every year maybe we go to Vegas, we wild out on something, but I'm not as a lifestyle. No.
Okay. Well, that's good. All right.
It takes a simple mind. It takes a strong mental to do it, man.
It does, because you think you can do that, but yeah, you know, because now I get angry after somebody look at my girl after 3 seconds. So it's like I can pick somebody in bed with them, entertain her, and if she making noises she ain't never made with me, I'm like, wait a minute. What's going over there? What you got over there, player? What you got?
But you can learn from that, you know.
Yeah. You can learn.
And it helps you. I think it helps everybody step the game up.
Yeah.
I mean, it can help. I'm just saying, it can help. All right. So let's play a little game. All right, you ready for a little game?
Yeah, I'm ready for this game. Lord have mercy.
Okay.
I'm on the hot seat of my own show. Let's go ahead. Go ahead.
So you know, why is it that now this is what society depicts? Okay.
Yeah. Why
is it that men are afraid of commitment? Because I'm gonna tell you, you know, I'm afraid of commitment too, and I'm a woman. But not everybody is built like me. I know that that's far few from me. So, but why is it that people always assume that men are afraid of commitment?
I think so. Let me give my little spill on that. I think what happens is we have too many choices, and so like for instance, I used to be like, well, how could I see other cultures that have arranged marriages, right? And we coming up like, man, I would never do that. Heck, no, I couldn't. What would you have an arranged marriage for? But it makes it so much easier because now with all the choice we got, we think we missing out on the next best thing. So like if I commit to her, wait a minute. And then what happens too is, let me tell you what happens. These 10s, you know, there's a rating scale 1 to 10. You already know what you are. But some 10 women mess it up for everybody. This, for guys, let me tell you why. Because 10 women will go out and they're feeling bad about themselves because of whatever happened in their relationship or whatever. And they'll give a 6 or 7 guy some rhythm and play. This 6 or 7 now thinks he's a 10. Messes up the rating scale for everybody, right? So now he somebody 6 or 7 like, ooh, I got Beyonce. I can get somebody. I can get another 10. You know, but no, it was a one-off player she was feeling sorry for you, but it messes up the whole scale. So we afraid of that because we just think we gotta live with this choice, and we're scared of doing that.
So missing out. So missing out on something you think that might be better.
FOMO. We have FOMO.
That the grass is going to be greener on the other side.
We suffer from FOMO. Exactly.
Yeah,
fear of missing out.
FOMO.
Yes.
Now you sound like a millennial Peter Pan.
It's technically missing out and also foresight, because when you see your boys getting divorced and stuff, or even when you're a kid and you see your parents getting divorced, you're like, I don't want that.
Right.
You don't want to deal with that. You just, you see all the drama it came with it and stuff, or even the financial. You're like, man, you're gonna treat. I've seen guys that just treat women like, you know, like she's just another thing to me because I'm not gonna marry you. So that's another thing. You kind of guys have a weird way of not seeing the girl staying with them forever because of everything else. Like, oh, she can get this for me if I have to go with child support. I gotta go with alimony and this and this.
Right.
And now it's funnier now because there are guys. It's gone reverse now. I know women that basically have to pay their men alimony now.
Yeah, alimony.
And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
You see them now acting the same way men do.
Halle Berry's paying child support for kids she didn't even have.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Wow. It is crazy. It is crazy.
It's crazy now.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, CharRon. Sorry. Go ahead and finish.
No, but it's just also the fact of, like I said, like Steph was saying, it's like, you getting that girl, if you think he's a 10, she messed with 10 and 6 stuff. But it's also the fact of you don't know what you're gonna be missing because most guys, like just like Steph. I mean, when I was young, get the number, quantity game, man, quantity game.
How many? Yep.
You try to juggle them 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
And you're good for a while until you got them all scheduled out. Like I got married on Tuesday, I got Shaniqua on Friday, I got them all set up. But then when they all meet, you gotta like play that game. Like, no, I don't know her.
Then you playing the game. Then you dealing with drama.
I don't know her.
And then you add age. It adds years to your life. Yeah. But now I can honestly say I've missed out on some good women. Being afraid of commitment. I've honestly missed out on some good women in my life. The good women out there, I'm Off the Change podcast. I formally say I apologize. I apologize.
I love it. Okay, we'll mend some relationships for you. I like that.
All right.
Okay. Why do you think it is that men and women lie? And now, from your experiences,
I think
why do people lie? And it could be about anything.
Two reasons: to spare feelings, but I think that's the second reason. The first reason is to avoid drama. So we avoid consequences and drama by lying, and then the second we'll say is to spare your feelings. And again, it goes back to that. We don't know really that if we just tell the truth, right? It's just all works out better because we don't take away that woman's choices. We don't have another lie to keep up with another lie, and you got to turn. And it's just but we learn that late. And men and women learn that late, and I think it's something that people don't put enough stock into, and just being honest, even if the truth hurts brutally. Like now, I can say I'm brutally honest, and now, like I said, I gotta go fuck yourself, Candle, for being brutally honest. But I mean, what you supposed to do? So I would have been wrong. Then I'd have been killed in bed or shot up if I'd have messed with her, and then she and got in a relationship with her, and then been like, I don't really want to raise your kids. So you gotta being brutally honest.
I give women I hate to say I give women a 90-day thing, but I give women a 90-day. It's like just like change your heart. You just don't know if they're still looking or if they're going to be with you for a while. Cause
90-day money back, guaranteed.
You gotta make sure you
get a trial period.
You get a trial period.
That's
like,
funny.
No, I've always been that way because I've learned later in life that you go out with somebody, you might be going with them, but they also might be going with somebody else, so they might be still searching too. So you don't know.
You might be the side piece.
Yeah, you might be the side piece, and then next you get that on text. It's like, hey, we're still cool, but I want to see what this guy got. Like,
I have been the side piece. I've been the side piece, and that killed my ego. You understand that? Woo, that did something to my ego. I was like, woo.
Like
but it woke me up. How dare you make me the side piece?
It's like, yeah, you do, and it comes back and forth. So you have to really take that. I started saying, just give them 90 days. My cousin, she's funny. She only goes 3 dates. The third date, she's like, so what we doing?
I mean, third date or 3 day?
Third date, 3
days. Day, okay. I agree with that too. Some people, I've seen that. A lot of people go 3 dates, and if it ain't really no fireworks jumping off, or it really ain't gonna be.
She left them know, like, hey, we boyfriend and girlfriend now. What's up? I mean, 3 dates. I need 3 dates. I'm like, man, really? 3 days?
Dating with a purpose. That's what they call it. Dating with a purpose.
I need to know now, because if we don't, then I need to move on.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. I'm off the hot seat.
No. We're not done. We ain't done. I got more coming. I'm coming at you hot today.
All right.
So is it do you feel for yourself that is a weakness to show emotions or to be vulnerable? Because I know it's hard for a lot of people, for men and women, to be vulnerable, to be open, to be honest. Like you said, but it helps somebody make a choice, though.
That's one of those toxic characteristics I was talking about earlier. I think we were taught that you know, men don't cry, men don't do whatever, men, you know, you do this, you're a man, stop, you don't show vulnerability, and it messes you up later because like I was so to the point, I was like, you know, I didn't even know how to deal with people crying about something else, not me, they're crying about something else. I'm like, you need some water? You need some Now-Laters or something? What you? I don't even know how to empathize. I lost connection with. I didn't know how to connect with people when they're feeling emotion. So yes, I think it's a feeling that you're weak or whatever. But you realize it's actually the other way around. You're showing strength and vulnerability and emotion because you're showing a human being and human side, and then you're showing weakness by not. You know, because then they can. You know, they tear you apart. You're just a robot. I've heard somebody call me that before. You're a robot. You know, I don't want to date no robot. I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, I am not a robot. But you know, it was, I'm out of that now, but yes, I think that was the case.
How about you, CharRon?
Nowadays it's kind of weird. I show vulnerability, but I also, just like Steph, I mean, I still show that little, you know, keeping myself guarded on some occasions because you got to be ready for whatever comes out of that mouth. It's like, oh, we got to talk. Oh, okay, this is going to be good.
Right, because when you hear that, it's never a good thing. And you always feel like, oh, I'm in the hot seat.
So we need to talk. Like, oh, okay, let's see how this is going to go out.
I'm like, do we?
Like, how we gonna? Are you gonna tell me something that's crazy? You gonna tell me something like you got to be ready for everything, and also got to keep yourself in check because I know people that I've seen people that basically lost it, and they didn't even say much. It's like, well, you know, I saw your brother doing this, and it's like, you saw my brother. Like, what's wrong with you, dog? Chill out. She just said she saw him. She said she fucked up shit.
Right.
It's like, damn. It's like, you see my brother for? I'm like, is it over there? I don't know.
Right. But, I mean, I guess there is that too, right? Assumptions. There's the assumptions, and then that heightened emotional kind of, I don't know, you know, reaction that you might get from that other person.
Well, that's just like you said, point out about lying. It's like you don't want to get no drama. It's like, no, we didn't have no problem.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Right. Like, no, wasn't there.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, both of you guys, how do you feel about sex on the first date? Does that lessen the chances of a future relationship with this person? Or is it a chance for you to get to know, like, okay, well, she's gonna be good or he's gonna be good in bed? So like there could be something. So, I mean, do you find that's a disrespect for people? Because I know some people are like, oh, I don't do it on the first date.
Okay, I'll take the plunge.
Okay, you're gonna take it first?
I'll qualify this. If we have been talking, or like we've been talking, we get to know each other, maybe it's a long distance relationship, and then this is the first date, 6 months, 3 months, whatever days and months in, and it's our first date, then if we have already established an intimate connection, and you know, then no, I don't. Yes, it does not lessen the chance of a relationship, and it's cool. But if it's really first date, like we met at the club Saturday, we going out Monday or Sunday night to dinner, and we do. Yeah, I'm not in a relationship with you. We're gonna have sex again, but I'm not going to.
I love it. I know why I can call you.
Yeah.
Don't let it be too good, because shoot, you gotta be the first one to die like this, automatic.
Exactly.
I mean, you gotta. My thing has always been with first dates, sexually. It's like I've always thought like, okay, if you're this quick, what about the other time? You know, it's like
right.
But
they always tell you, I'll never do this. Like,
but I also don't like it when they get
sounds like you've experienced this stuff.
I also don't like it when they rile you up and then they're like, "Ooh, we're not gonna have sex." It's like, girl, my thing is now.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna go, you know, give it to me, but I'm like,
Right. No, that's not right. That's not right because they know what they're doing.
Hey, when we do that, I might see them again. We'll never see the bedroom again. They'll be like, "Can we go upstairs?" You know, we staying right here, downstairs.
Here.
We might stay on the patio, out front. Let's do what you want. You want to bring us some water? I'll bring you some water. We ain't doing nothing again. You left me with the blue balls.
Out front.
Maybe the blue balls player. You getting the screen door treatment. Hello? So we talking through the screen door. Jody here? No, he ain't here right now.
Oh my gosh. All right. Now, I mean, I can see why, you know, listening to friends, family members who are single, I can see why it's so hard to date. Because, I mean, as you get older too, your standards change, right? Because you change and evolved as a person. Your standards change, you change, and what you want now may not be what you wanted 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
true.
You might not want that hot 30-year-old. You're like, well, I don't know if I do that, then, like you said, if you don't feel yourself as a 10 in place of whoever you're dating, like you said, that might play a little mind games with yourself.
And your list changed. Your list changed. Right then,
right, it
you
does.
want to be
It
fine,
really
get
does.
addressed. Now I want somebody that can administer medication, that knows CPR.
I ain't gonna
that
lie.
can fix stuff in the house. Can cook.
Just the changes of just like CPAPs and stuff. You just look it up.
I need to know. You got to be able to do all of that stuff because we really.
They come up new stuff with you, like, hey,
it's going down quickly. The plane's going down quickly. The throttle not coming up. The throttle not coming up.
So you need to find you a nurse.
Right. I need to find me an RN, a fine RN. She can be fine-ish. She don't have to be too fine. Just a fine-ish RN. That's right.
Fine-ish. And that way it balances your little ego.
It balances my ego. Okay. Then we good then. We good.
All right.
I'm off the hot seat. Thank you. Woo!
I love it. Now you're off the hot seat. So I want to share a date that I went on a long time ago.
Oh my goodness. Yes, we got to hear this. Is this a Scott moment?
It's not a Scott moment.
Okay.
It's not a Scott moment.
It's a Kristy moment. Go ahead. Off the chain.
It is. So Scott and I were in between breakups and whatever. So I went on this date. It was the worst date I went on. And let me tell you, so we're at this restaurant, and then there's these two little groupie girls coming up to the booth, and they're just like in awe with this guy, right? And I'm not that attracted to him. Here's why I went out with him. He gave my friend a furniture discount, and I was the barter. Like, oh, my friend had go on a date with you. I'm like, what?
Wow.
So I did. So like the things that you take, right? I took one for the team, so I did. So I wasn't even attracted to this guy to begin with, and then he was annoying. So then, because these groupie girls are all like, hey, like he's just somebody, and I don't know. Apparently, maybe he was. I don't know. And then he had the nerve to introduce me as his girlfriend to these little two groupie girls. And I was like, and here's the awkward moment. I was like, oh, no, I'm not his girlfriend. We're just friends. We're just having dinner. Like we're two people having dinner.
Right.
I tell you what, he dropped me off. It was before 9:00.
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all
we did like a half hug, like a half in the car hug. Like there was no kiss involved, like nothing. It was like, it was such
You never talked to him again?
No.
You didn't get no more furniture from there now. Let that be a lesson to you. You won't get no more furniture here. You won't get no more furniture up in here. I bet you get it out. You would need a futon or a love seat up in here. You won't get another one.
You get my special discount.
Right, you won't get another one.
Yeah, it was like a pimp and hoe situation. It was like
y'all hear that off the chain? Just a wrap. On that, thank y'all again, team, for this has been a great episode. I cannot wait till this comes out. I can't wait to hear people hear the stories. Y'all, it's crazy.
I got a bad date or good date.
Tell it. Go ahead. Yeah, go. Please.
Okay, go.
We're gonna tell our worst date. Oh, I got one.
So after CharRon, after you and CharRon share your bad dates, I do have a Scott moment. And
okay, good.
It's gonna be kind of funny, but y'all get it. Y'all get it.
Okay, we're good. We're closing your Scott moment. Okay, go ahead, CharRon.
Okay. So I had my date with my my son's mom. So we went. So we were supposed to meet up. We met on Plenty of Fish. So it was like, we got a Plenty of Fish success. Okay, whatever. But we met at McDonald's. It was like 8:00 or so, and we were chilling. Getting some nuggets stuff. I'm like, she's got a little happy meal. So I was like, okay, well, you're gonna be good, cool. But there's this guy who kept hovering around us while we were talking and stuff, and he's like, yo, what's up, man? I'm like, nothing, dude. I'm talking right now. What you need? Oh, man, I just wanted to see how, y'all are a good couple. Y'all going together? Y'all married or something? I'm like, no.
Not
cool. We cool. We talking. It's like, yeah. And he just stayed there for 40 freaking minutes. And I'm like,
what?
You had a cheerleader?
No, he's just basically talking about, yeah, man, I remember my woman, and then this and this. I'm like, and the problem was, this is the first time meeting her, So I couldn't be like one of those guys, like, get the heck out of here, man.
Yeah,
Because I want to show a little honor. I'm trying to be all nice.
You still showing to your representative. You're
Yeah,
like,
right. You
nice.
put lump up on him.
And I find out later she was trying to be all nice, and we're just both listening to this guy. Like, yeah, okay, yeah.
And y'all both wanted to punch him in the mouth.
Yeah, we were like this guy needs to get that. It was like getting closer and closer. He just would not let it go. And he's like, and then it comes out what he really wants. It's like, yo, man, can you give me a meal?
Oh man, you should have asked that 45 minutes ago, man. Leave with that. Just leave with that.
You could have left that.
They always try to compliment you, man. That is a nice hat you got on, brother, right there. Oh man, that hat make you look like Marvin Gaye. That is nice, right there. Yeah.
But nah, good gosh, that boy, 45 minutes, and then when we got in the car, we're just like, woo, okay, I think I'm gonna drop you off because that didn't go nowhere. And we find out later, we're talking, and she was like, yeah, I'm sorry, that guy I was getting ready to punch him. She told me, like, I was getting ready to punch him. I was like, oh, you gonna punch him too?
Like, that's when y'all became Bonnie and Clyde. Hey, we ride or die.
It's like, oh, okay, we had something to talk about. Like, remember that guy came out here?
We got kids now together.
Yeah.
That's baby mama number one. That's see. Worst date. Worst date. You're not gonna believe this. It's going in my book. So I date this young lady. She's an attorney. Wait to hear this. She's an attorney. Okay. So I'm like, cool, going out fine. Really good looking attorney. We go out and we dress nice and everything. We're eating. And so we get to talking. And she was like, so how many times have you been to jail? And I was like, this is a
Whoa.
And I was like, none. I've not been to jail. She was like, oh, okay. So we keep eating. And then I noticed I'm eating and she has stopped eating. Like she is like completely stopped eating. And she's looking at me, just looking at me like with disdain. And I was like, everything good? You good? She was like, you know what? I tried to get over it. And I wasn't going to say anything, but there's no way in hell you could teach me how to be or teach me anything about being a man or be a man to me, because everybody that I know that's a man has been to jail. Everybody in my family has been to jail. My dad, my uncle, my brother. I said, I'm waiting for Ashton Kutcher to come out like Punk. I'm like, this has got to be an episode. Somebody come on out right now. And I'm looking at her like, I'm waiting on the punchline. And she was like, yeah. So you know what? I just think we just stop this date now. And I said, you're an attorney, and because I've been to jail, you think? She said, yes, that's what makes a man is jail. I was like, boy, I feel sorry for your clients.
So
I put the money down, like the movie. You put the money down. You don't even know how much it costs. Here you go. He take the money.
It's like, let's go. That's a tip in there.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Wow. So, I mean, one has to wonder what type of attorney she is if she believes in people going to jail.
All of her people guilty. All of her people gone to jail right now. I'm gonna call the Bar Association to see if she is a practicing one, because I know she killing our brothers and sisters out there.
Wow, wow. Okay, so her standards are all messed up. But see, but based on what she said, all her family and whatever. Wow.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to work on that, babe.
Right. I feel sorry for her son. She have a son, and she gonna make him go to jail to be a man.
Right.
Like, yeah, that's crazy. All right,
like,
let's finish with the Scott moment. The Scott moment gonna be good. I already know.
Ooh wee. Okay, so Scott was talking to one of his single friends, right? And he's like, you hook up lately, you got some pussy lately, whatever. And so, Scott being Scott. Now a lot of people don't know my husband. My husband is this funny white boy. And he's not a normal white boy, by the way. He don't. We can't go to Folsom and he fit in like he don't fit in. We go to Grass Valley, he ain't gonna fit in.
He not playing tennis and putting none of that.
No. So then he was teasing his friend. He said, "Fool, last time you got pussy was when your mama had you."
That's what he told his friend.
That's what he told his friend.
His grown friend.
His own friend. That's a Scott moment.
His grown friend. With friends like Scott, I don't need no enemies. You gonna tell me? Yo, but I know somebody like that too. This has been Off the Change, y'all. Check it out. You can reach me everywhere. I am Steph Sanders, but get us on Off the Change, please, on podcast, on Podcast One on Twitter, YouTube. Subscribe, like, all platforms for audio, on YouTube for video. And tell them where they can see you at. A Serious Production. CharRon, tell them what's up.
You can catch us at Serious Production at SeriousProduction.com, where we are doing podcast, video production, audio production, and as you know, we are a producer of this podcast and 2 others.
And you just did a concert. You just did
And
a concert. Talk about the concert you did.
I did a live stream concert for a band called Sojourner. Now you check them out on sojournerjenkins.com, and yeah.
Right on.
Nice,
Kristy,
nice.
Kristy, my Asian persuasion, my dynamic foodie nong. What's up? Tell them where
All
they can
right,
find you.
so I'm Kristy Nong, your Asian persuasion,
Bam.
and also your Olympia queen. And you can find me on IG at Foodie Nong, FOODIENONG.
And she's looking for a maid or something like that. Take care of her husband. Everybody, we out off the change. We out. That's been a wrap.